Welcome back to Pharmacy News and a lively APP 2016. Joining me now, I'm delighted to say, is Jim Harriott, Director of RX Management Group. Great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
Now, Jim, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the importance of a business plan in pharmacy. Can you tell us?
Well, I think any business needs a business plan, not necessarily pharmacy. And from my experience, many businesses fail to do that. Or if they do a plan, it's complex and challenging and difficult to drive through the organisation. So for a business to understand where it is and where it wants to go to, it should have a business plan.
So you can make a relatively simple business plan and it can be effective?
For sure. In fact, it's more effective. The simpler, the more effective, what I've found, the more effective it can be. Now, obviously a lot sits behind that and it's just not something that doesn't mean anything. But when I do business plans, I aim to do a simple plan.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons. One is because many people need to understand that plan. So the more complex and detailed you make it, the less likely that is to be able to happen. And the second thing is important that everyone in the business knows how the business is going to win. It's a very simple thing, but in the end, that's the key to success, understanding how you're going to win. And most of the plans that I put together are 2 pages, and so with a 2-page plan you're able to understand exactly what you need to do, and then you can have all the metrics that you need to drive it, push it through the business.
So how could a business overcome some of the challenges when they're facing or that they're trying to achieve their business plan?
Well, for me, the biggest challenge is actually bringing it to life. I mean, many people can do the planning, many people can do the thinking, but the reality is those plans often finish in the bottom drawer and
Sure.
never acted on.
So what are some tips that you might have?
Well, for me, the tips is to it shouldn't be verbose. You should be able to get your key ideas simply down so other people can understand it. Now, obviously, the implementation goes in many directions and beyond that, but up front, let's get a clear understanding throughout the organisation what we're trying to do and get a common understanding across the group.
Do we need an expert to write a business plan?
I don't think so.
Really?
In fact, I think you get better ownership when I think you need someone to help you on the path.
Sure.
But we all, if we're good at business, we've got these inherent capabilities anyway. You just needed to be prodded along. I think one of the things that most people do is they don't spend the time thinking. That's really all it is.
Sure.
I mean, we spend our time doing. We love doing stuff. We get comfort from doing things.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but we must put some time aside to stop back and think and say, well, where's the ship going and what's on the horizon? And once you do that, certainly it's been my experience that people, they know stuff. They know all the things that are good about the business, they understand the challenges and they can see the horizon. All you need to do is try and bring that together and focus that effort.
Jim, thank you so much for your insight and thanks for joining us on Pharmacy News.
It was a pleasure.
We'll be back with more shortly.